Hi there, today I'm unboxing a Wi-Fi smart plug. So this particular one is by a company called Gosund. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. It comes nicely packaged in a small compact box. Picture of the actual plug itself, so it has a round design and very small from what I've seen. If we come around here, you've got website details and support email address, another picture of the actual plug, and if I come in here showing you the app to use with it. So it uses an app called GoSmart, but it also works on Smart Life and the 2-year app as well. So that's good to know. And some details there. So a rated voltage 230 volts, rated current is 10 amps. So with that in mind, remember, don't plug in things like kettles into this. So if you do, you'll overload it and cause some problems with the actual plug. Supported Wi-Fi frequency is 2.4 gigahertz and AC frequency 50 to 60 hertz. Okay, and come around here, nothing more. So let's open it up and see what you get in packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let's take a quick look at what you get. So there's a thank you card with a promotional offer on there. Okay, next you've got some instructions detailing how to use the product, all in English. Just quickly show, and details on the app. Like I've said, it also works with Smart Life and 2-year as well, so that's quite a bonus with this. I do hate when there's a scenario where you can only use a particular manufacturer's app. Okay, so the actual plug itself, nice compact design to it. Now let's come in close just to show the details there. Obviously I've already mentioned it's rated 10 amps, so be aware when you're using it. They say it's flame retarded material on the actual plug itself, and the design is quite compact. So if I bring my ruler in, just to give you an idea, so around 5.5 centimeters by just a little bit over 3 centimeters. So really nice compact design. You've got a button here, obviously that's used to turn the plug on and off, and you can use that to reset the device as well. Coming around all the way, there's nothing else on there, so no little pins or anything like that. So that's it. So build feels good, strong glossy plastic all the way around, and the button feels a good quality as well. Okay, so let's make a start at setting up this Wi-Fi smart plug. So if I go to the Play Store, I want to search for Gosund, and it's the app that's found just at the top. So if you click that, and let's click install. Okay, so let's give it a moment to download and install. Okay, so now it's installed. Let's click open. Okay, next you need to register an account. So if I click there, agree to the privacy policy, and let me enter in my details off camera. Okay, so I've registered my account, and let's click login. And turn on your Smart Life. Let's say create family. Okay, so you can give it a name. So let's just call it home, and location, and smart devices in rooms, and don't have to select anything for that. Let's just click done. Okay, completed, and that's what you're presented with. So some default rooms created at the top, and all devices are here. So it looks just like the Smart Life app and the 2-year app as well. So as I've mentioned, it's probably based on the same sort of base application. So let's get started with this. So if I click add device, okay, we just click socket, and next let's plug in one of the plugs. Give it a moment, and we need to make sure the light's flashing at the side. So I can just about make out a blue light flashing here at the side. So that looks good so far. So if I confirm, the indicator's rapidly blinking. Okay, next I need to enter in my Wi-Fi password. So let me do that off camera. Okay, so I've entered in my Wi-Fi password. So let's click confirm. And let's give it a moment. There you go, mini smart plugs. If I just click completed. So there you go, added, as simple as that. Okay, so now it's added. If I show the plug at an angle, and if I click power on, you can see the red light turns on, turns off, meaning it's off. So let me quickly show you around the app. So in the corner here, sort of standard options here, you've got the device name, device location, check device network, shows what third-party items it can be controlled by, so Alexa, Google Assistant and IFTTT. You can share the device with other people, you can create a group, so you can group multiple devices together. Device information, this will have IP address, MAC address details, then you've got feedback and check for firmware upgrades and remove device. Okay, so if we go back, and obviously the big power buttons here, turn it on and off. At the bottom, you've got a power button as well. Timer, so you can set timers, so you can set a timer to come on certain days, and obviously the action you want to perform on there, so on and off. So there's no random option, which is a shame. I think Smart Life and these sort of apps should start introducing that, so you could put a random time between a certain range. I think that would be quite an interesting one to have, so things don't seem too obvious. But you still got the functionality where you could individually set a day for the device to turn on and turn off. The whole point of the random side of things is if you've gone out or you've gone on holiday for a short period of time, at least it doesn't seem too obvious that it's always coming on at the same time. Okay, so if I go back again, countdown, so this is quite a useful one. So for instance, if you plugged your mobile in to charge, and you could see on your mobile it was going to take say 3 hours to 2 hours to charge to maximum, you can just set a countdown and say, okay, after 2 hours I want it to shut down, so you can do that. Okay, electric, so okay, so it's actually got energy monitor on there, so that's quite impressive. So it can keep a track of the actual usage on the plug, so very useful functionality there, and it will give you a breakdown in terms of months, how much you've used. Okay, let's go back, and that's it. Simple as that to get set up and configured. So if you were having problems configuring it, for instance, the light at the side wasn't rapidly blinking, what you'd do, you'd hold on to the button at the side for around 5 to 10 seconds. That'll reset the device, and then hopefully you should be able to add it there. So as simple as that to set up. Okay, so let's see this smart plug in action now. So I've brought out my lamp and I've plugged that straight into the actual smart plug. Now if I go over to the actual app and click on the power button, there you go, turns on, turns off, simple as that. If we go in, and again, you can use the options there, turn it on and off. Now let's click on actual power usage. So you'd have to probably let it run in for a little bit of time just to see the actual effect of how much power the actual device connected is using. So at the moment I've just plugged it in, that's why you're not seeing anything. Okay, let's go back. Next, let's try and connect to it remotely. So let me jump off my Wi-Fi, and you can see data's on. 4G is connected and it's connected already. So if I click it now, there you go, connects, and you could remotely connect to it and control it without opening any ports on your router. So excellent functionality. Okay, so next I wanted to show the actual smart plug working with the Smart Life app. So the actual Gosund app that for the actual plug is exactly the same as Smart Life. Looks like it's built on top of that. So if I open up Smart Life, and there you go, mini smart plug. So I've already added it in, no point showing the same thing again, and the process is exactly the same as the other app as well. And again, if I click on, turns on and turns off. So great to know you're not stuck with using only one app. There are other possibilities as well. So obviously Smart Life and 2 years. Okay, so next I'm going to show how to set up the smart plug with both the Google Home and the Amazon Alexa. So I've got both my devices here. So pretty straightforward. Let's start with the Amazon Alexa. So I've got the app here on my smartphone. So if I click here, let's start up the app, click in the corner, skills and games, and the skill we want to search for is Smart Life. Okay, so there you go, that's the skill you want. If I click on it, you can see it's already enabled, so that's why you see disable skill option on there. So if you haven't got it enabled, you just select and it'll prompt you for your user ID and password. Once you've entered those details in, it'll be connected to your actual Smart Life app. So once that's done, you can just go to devices, we go to plugs, and we scroll down and you can just see it down there. So mini smart plugs. If I click on that, you've got plug is off. Click on, it turns on, turns off. Simple as that. Okay, and if I click here, you can change the name. You can call it whatever you want, and you can create a routine. So just a smart routine to do things in the background. Okay. So next, if I unmute my Alexa, so you can say, turn on mini smart plug.
Okay.
Turn off mini smart plug.
Okay.
There you go. Simple as that to set up and configure with the Amazon Alexa. Okay, so now I'm going to show how to get this smart plug working with the Google Home. So I've got the Home app here. So if I start it up, click here in the corner, go to settings, assistant, home control, and we click on the plus symbol here. Next, you want to look for the Smart Life app. So in this instance, I've already got it added. So if you haven't added it, select it, enter in your credentials for the Smart Life app, and then obviously that will link it and you should be able to access the device. So if I go back now, and we just scroll down here, there you go, mini smart plug. So there's a shortcut here, turn it on, turn it off. If I go in there, same again, turn it on, give it a second to catch up, turn it off, there you go. Help and feedback there. If I go there, you can rename it as well if you wanted to call it something else, something more distinctive, and you can add it to a room as well. If I unmute it,
the microphone is back on.
I can say, turn on mini smart plug.
Sure, turning the mini smart plug on.
Turn off mini smart plug.
Sure, turning off the mini smart plug.
There you go. Simple as that to set up and configure with the Google Home. Okay, so next, let me show the manual override on this smart plug. So the button there, if I press that, turns on and turns off. Simple as that. So you don't have to rely on a smartphone or tablet to control it. You can just go up to it directly and override it and control it directly. So great functionality. Okay, so next let me show what the energy monitoring side of things shows. So this actually shows the top bit, the red bit actually shows what the current power usage is if you've got anything plugged in, and if you look below you've got a year and then a month, and if you click on that it actually shows your usage on those particular dates. So if you look down below, that's what the usage was on those particular dates. And it's simple as that. That's all that's available on there. You can't go anywhere deeper just to show hours or anything like that. It's just quantity used. Okay, so I just wanted to show what it looks like on a double socket in the UK. So if I plug it in, turn it on, nothing gets in the way. So one of the previous ones I've done, it did nudge the button a little bit so you couldn't turn it off. So quite a good design, nice and compact, and just misses the switch, and easy access to the button at the side. So great design to it. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this smart plug. Very simple to configure and set up. Works on the Gosund app and also works with Smart Life and Tuya as well. So impressed that you're not limited to just using their app. Integrates simply with both the Google Home and the Amazon Alexa. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like and subscribe.